G'day guys and welcome back to Jans_gaming for another Dokkan Battle video. So for today's video, we've just had the new yellow coin LR announced on both versions of the game. So it is going to be a Gohan Kid slash Piccolo. So if you caught my last video, I was saying that a new partner for Nail would go pretty hard. Here we go. This Piccolo will count for that with the name included. So let's run through his details. So as you can see, for the leader skill, we've got Planet Namek Saga or Bond of Master and Disciple, 4 key 150. Bit of a nothing as a yellow coin LR for us here. Remember, this is Gohan's details, and then we'll run through Piccolo after. So for our links, we've got Saiyan Warrior Race, All in the Family, Gaze of Respect, Shocking Speed, Demonic Ways, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. So for his passive, it's actually on the shorter side, which is pretty nice. So we've got attack and defense 200%, plus an additional 150% attack when performing a super. He's got 3 key and reduces damage by 30%. So straight 30% damage reduction there is definitely a good start. Chance of performing a crit plus 30% and launches an additional attack that has a high chance of being a super for 3 turns from his entry. So that's good because that's the way we like to have it written too, where it is a guaranteed attack that then has a 50% chance of being a super. So he can use that to proc their hidden potential as well. So definitely good there. He gets another 3 key, reduces damage received by 30%, and chance of performing a crit plus 30% as the first attacker in a turn. So he's got that 60% for that first 3 turns, which is pretty nice as the first attacker. Key 3 and reduces damage by 20%, and chance of performing a crit plus 20% when there is another Planet Namek Saga or Namekian ally attacking in the same turn, recovers 20% HP at the end of turn. So he can get up to 80% damage reduction as the first attacker at the start of a turn. Wowee. Okay, that is definitely valuable. 80% is a lot of damage reduction. Remember, that will drop to 50% after 3 turns are up, but still, 50% is huge as long as you have that Planet Namek Saga or the Namekians category ally. Wowee. Okay, we love that. So, as I mentioned, we do have the exchange, so that can be activated when HP is 70% or less, starting from the 4th turn of battle, or just a straight 6th turn. So at least we do have 2 conditions there. That does make it a little bit easier. Then for our teams here, we've got Planet Namek Saga, Bond of Master and Disciple, Hybrids, Seekers, Goku Fam, Youth, Bond of Parent and Child, Earthbred Fighters, Rapid Growth, Saviors, Entrusted Will, and Connected Hope. So quite a few teams there for us. Wow, okay, look at that. So on the 12 key super, we've got massively raises attack and defense for 1 turn. Oh no, sorry, that's the 18 key super attack effect. So we've got 100% attack and defense, and then they're actually a stacker on their 12 key, so that'll be a 20% stack indefinite. So additional super is definitely going to be really, really valuable for this guy because you can combine that damage reduction with stacking defense. He'll be able to put up some big, defensive numbers. So definitely a good start there. That's Gohan, and then we switch across to Piccolo here. As I forgot to mention, they are the Super Tech as well. So for the Piccolo, we then swap and get Brainiacs and Namekians for our links. So still very similar link set, which is pretty handy. And for his passive, it's key plus 8 and attack and defense to 50%, plus an additional 150% when performing a super, so that's similar. Reduces damage received by 50% straight off the bat. No turn restriction on that one there. So also has a 50% chance of performing a crit. So definitely no need to go crit on this guy. That would seem like a bit of a waste there. Launches an additional attack that has a 70% chance of becoming a super. So again, worded just how we like it. Plus an additional key 4 and launches an additional super attack starting from the turn in which the character receives an attack. So there's a chance to get 4 supers off just from that there. When HP is 70% or more at the start of turn, plus an additional damage reduction of 20%, and superclass allies 70%. Dang, that is an awesome defensive support buff. Gets you to 70% damage reduction too, to rock this guy in slot 1 to get him hit, to then get that extra super attack in there as well. When HP is 70% or less, evades enemy's attack. So he has a guaranteed dodge as well, once only. And from the turn after that, he then has a 50% chance to dodge, recovers 25% HP at the end of each turn. Wowee. They look very, very good. So I already discussed the links for super attack effects. Wow. So we're still stacking, and we still get the massive raise on 18 key. Okay. I think this unit is going to be very, very good. Looking at that, just huge damage reduction, stacking, can get support in there as well. Dodging, we've got inbuilt crits. Yeah, this is just one of those units that looks like they do a bit of everything. They didn't tweet out the details here, but as you can see, we are also getting the awakening for the free-to-play LR, and it looks like he is going to be a Super Saiyan Bardock. So yeah, so that'll be pretty cool considering, considering I just blew my ears out. But the Super Saiyan Bardock that we've got, well, is a transforming one, and he's terrible anyway. So that's cool to know that that's on the way. And then the JP Twitter account did also tweet out the Super Easy A for the TEQ Super Saiyan Goku, so the first Prime Battle LR. Shout out to Minato here. He gets out the translations for a lot of these units because the global Twitter page lets us down. So definitely go give him a follow if you're looking to keep up with those type of things. But for the Super Easy A Goku, remember Super Easy A's only impact the passive. So for his passive, we now have 159% attack and defense. Then we also get Key 3, 159% defense. Great chance, so 70% chance to guard all attacks when this character is in slot 1 or 2. Definitely would have preferred if that had have been guaranteed, but still 70% is better than nothing. And then gets Key 3 and 159% attack, and great chance to launch an additional super when placed in slot 2 or 3. So clearly the money spot for this guy is going to be using him in slot 2, because that's where you're going to be able to get the attack and defense. He then also gets 159% when performing a super. So there you go, getting 3 159% buffs there, which is going to be pretty nice. He becomes a support too, so all allies get 3 key, and then the superclass allies also get the 30% attack and defense as well. So nice little buff just to sort of round out this guy. And then attacks effective against all type when attacking a superclass. Performs guaranteed crits when attacking extreme class. So looks like this Goku is going to be a really, really good free-to-play unit. I'm not sure what his numbers will look like in terms of running him in the most difficult content in the world, but I think, like, you look at a lot of these free-to-play missions that we get and whatnot, I think this will be really, really impactful. So let me know your thoughts down below on the new unit, which I think is going to be looking absolutely busted. But then also the Super Easy A for the Super Saiyan Goku. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content. And hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.